Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Learning Voice. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening today. Today's topic is apply for a visa. We will explain the process in simple English, step by step.
Yes, many people feel confused about visas, forms, documents, and appointments, so we will make it clear and practical.
This episode is for elementary and intermediate learners, so we will use easy words, short sentences, and helpful examples.
And we will also teach useful phrases you can say or write when you apply, when you email, and when you go to an appointment.
Great. Paul, first question. What is a visa?
A visa is permission to enter a country for a specific reason and a specific time.
Good. And different visas have different reasons, like tourism, study, work, business, or visiting family.
Exactly. So the first step is always this: know your purpose.
Purpose means the reason for your trip.
Right. If your purpose is not clear, your application can be weak.
So let's start with the basic question. Why do you want to travel?
You can answer in one clear sentence. For example, I want to travel for tourism for 2 weeks.
Or, I want to study English for 6 months.
Or, I want to visit my sister for 10 days.
Great. Simple and clear. Now, step 2 is choosing the correct visa type.
Visa type means the category of visa, like tourist visa, student visa, or work visa.
Different countries use different names, so always check the official embassy or consulate website.
Embassy is the official office of a country in another country.
Consulate is a smaller office that also helps with visas and services.
Good. Now, step 3 is checking requirements.
Requirements are the things you must have and the rules you must follow.
For example, a valid passport, photos, forms, fees, and supporting documents.
Valid means still accepted and not expired.
Expired means the date is finished and it is no longer valid.
A common rule is passport validity. Some countries require your passport to be valid for at least 6 months.
So check your passport expiration date early.
Yes, if you need a new passport, do it before you apply.
Step 4 is collecting your documents.
This can feel stressful, but we can organize it with a simple checklist.
Checklist means a list you can tick or check when you finish each item.
Here is a basic checklist for many visa applications.
Passport,
Application form,
photos,
appointment confirmation if required,
visa fee payment receipt if required,
travel plan,
proof of money,
proof of job or study.
proof you will return home.
Great. Now let's explain each one in simple English.
Passport is your travel document.
Application form is the official form you fill out with your personal information.
Personal information means your name, date of birth, address, and other details about you.
Photos are passport-size photos that meet the rules, like size, background, and no glasses, depending on the country.
Appointment confirmation is proof that you booked a time to submit your documents or attend an interview.
Receipt is the paper or email proof that you paid a fee.
Travel plan means your basic plan, where you will go, when you will go, and where you will stay.
Proof of money usually means bank statements or other evidence that you can pay for your trip.
Proof of job or study can be a job letter, salary slip, school letter, or student card.
Proof you will return home is often called ties to home.
Ties means strong connections to your home country, like a job, school, family, or responsibilities.
Responsibilities means duties, like work duties, studies, or caring for family.
Step 5 is filling out the application form correctly.
This is very important. Small mistakes can cause delays or refusals.
Delays means the process takes longer than expected.
Refusal means the visa is not approved.
When you fill out the form, read each question carefully.
Use the same spelling as your passport.
And do not guess. If you are not sure, stop and check.
Also, be honest. Never write false information.
False means not true.
If the embassy finds false information, it can cause serious problems.
Now, let's teach useful form vocabulary.
Great. These words appear on many forms.
First name,
Last name or family name.
date of birth,
Place of birth.
nationality.
Marital status.
Marital status means single, married, divorced, or widowed.
Address.
Occupation,
Occupation means your job.
employer,
Employer means the company or person you work for.
purpose of travel.
Length of stay.
Length of stay means how long you will stay.
Previous travel.
Previous travel means countries you visited before.
Great. If you learn these words, forms become easier.
Step 6 is paying the fee if required.
Some visas require an application fee, and sometimes it is non-refundable.
Non-refundable means you do not get the money back, even if the visa is refused.
So pay carefully and keep your receipt.
Step 7 is booking an appointment if needed.
Many embassies require you to book an appointment online.
Online means on the internet.
If you cannot find appointments, you may need to check again later because slots open and close.
Slots means available times.
Step 8 is preparing supporting documents.
Supporting documents are papers that support your story and show your situation.
For example, if you say you have a job, you need a job letter.
If you say you have money, you need a bank statement.
If you say you will visit family, you may need an invitation letter.
Invitation letter is a letter from the person you will visit inviting you and giving their details.
Details means information like name, address, and relationship.
Relationship means how you are connected, like cousin, aunt, friend, or spouse.
Spouse means husband or wife.
Some documents may need translation.
Translation means changing the language into the required language, often English.
Some countries require certified translations.
Certified means officially approved by a translator or office.
So check the rules carefully.
Now, let's talk about a travel plan in simple English.
Many people think they need a perfect plan, but usually you need a clear and realistic plan.
Realistic means possible and believable.
You can write something simple like, I plan to visit Istanbul for 7 days. I will stay at a hotel near the city center.
City center means downtown, the main area.
If you visit multiple cities, keep it simple. 2 or 3 places are enough.
Too many details can create confusion.
Confusion means unclear ideas and mistakes. Now, the biggest question many listeners ask is, how do I make my application strong?
Good question. A strong application is clear, consistent, and supported by documents.
Consistent means your answers match your documents and your story does not change.
For example, if your form says you will travel for 10 days, your travel plan should also show 10 days.
And if you say you will stay in hotels, your plan should include hotel details.
Keep your story simple and true.
Another important point is showing ties to home.
Yes, many countries want to know you will return after your trip.
Return means go back home.
So be ready to show reasons to return, like work, study, and family.
For example, I will return because I have a job and I must continue my work.
Or, I will return because my semester continues and I need to finish my degree.
Degree means your university program result.
Now let's talk about common mistakes.
Mistake 1. Applying too late.
Late means close to the travel date.
Apply early so you have time for processing.
Processing means the time the embassy needs to check your application.
Mistake 2. Missing documents.
Always check the requirements list and prepare a folder.
Folder means a place to organize papers.
Mistake 3. Inconsistent answers.
Mistake 4. Unclear purpose.
Mistake 5. Fake documents.
Never use fake documents.
Fake means not real, dishonest.
Now, some visas include an interview.
An interview is a short meeting where an officer asks questions.
In the interview, you should answer clearly and honestly.
And you do not need long answers. Short answers are better.
Let's teach some interview phrases.
Good idea.
If you do not understand a question, say, "Sorry, could you repeat the question, please?"
Or, could you speak more slowly, please?
If you need to look at your papers, say, "One moment, please. Let me check my documents."
If you are nervous, breathe and speak slowly.
Another helpful phrase is, "The purpose of my trip is tourism."
Or, I am going to study at this school.
Or, "I will stay for 2 weeks."
Great! These are clear.
Now, let's do a short role play. Paul is the officer. Emily is the applicant.
Okay. Good morning. Why are you traveling?
Good morning. I am traveling for tourism. I plan to visit for 10 days.
Where will you stay?
I will stay in hotels. I have my hotel bookings here.
Who will pay for your trip?
I will pay for my trip with my savings. Here is my bank statement.
What do you do in your home country?
I work as a teacher. I have a job letter from my employer.
When will you return?
I will return on August 20 because I must continue my work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Notice the answers are short and clear.
Yes, no extra stories, just facts and simple sentences. Now, let's talk about writing an email to the embassy or visa center.
Yes, sometimes you need to ask a question or request a change.
Here are simple email phrases.
Dear Sir or Madam is a common opening if you do not know the name.
I am writing to ask about my visa application.
My application number is, if you have one.
Could you please confirm my appointment time?
Confirm means check and say it is correct.
I would like to request a new appointment date.
Request means ask in a polite way.
Thank you for your help.
Sincerely, then your name.
Now, let's teach a few important words about status.
Status means the current situation.
Pending means waiting and not finished.
Approved means accepted.
Refused means not accepted.
Under review means they are checking it.
Additional documents required means they need more papers.
If you see these words, you can understand updates better.
Now, let's add a simple one-page plan learners can follow.
Great. Step 1. Choose your purpose and visa type.
Step 2. Check requirements on the official website.
Step 3. Check passport validity.
Step 4. Collect documents and make a checklist.
Step 5. Fill the form carefully and honestly.
Step 6. Pay the fee and keep the receipt if required.
Step 7. Book the appointment and print confirmation.
Step 8. Organize documents in a folder.
Step 9. Prepare simple interview answers if there is an interview.
Step 10. Submit and track your status.
Track means follow and check updates.
Paul, some listeners ask, do I need perfect English for this process?
No, you need clear basic English, and you need your documents.
And if you have help from a translator or a friend, that can be okay.
Yes, but you should still understand your own purpose and plan.
Because the officer may ask you questions.
Exactly.
Now, let's give listeners practical sentences they can practice at home.
Great. Repeat after us if you want.
I want to apply for a tourist visa.
I want to apply for a tourist visa.
The purpose of my trip is tourism.
The purpose of my trip is tourism.
I plan to stay for 2 weeks.
I plan to stay for 2 weeks.
I will pay with my savings.
I will pay with my savings.
I have a job and I will return home.
I have a job and I will return home.
I have prepared my documents.
Great practice. Now let's add a real-life scenario. You go to a visa center and need help at the desk.
Good. You can say, "Hello, I have an appointment."
Hello, I have an appointment.
Here is my passport and my appointment confirmation.
Here is my passport and my appointment confirmation.
Where should I submit my documents? Submit means give your documents officially.
Where should I submit my documents?
Do I need to provide fingerprints? Fingerprints are your finger marks used for identity.
Some visa types require biometrics.
Biometrics means things like fingerprints and a photo at the center.
If you are asked, stay calm and follow instructions.
Another scenario, your photo is rejected. Rejected means not accepted.
Rejected means not accepted.
Then you can ask, what is wrong with the photo?
What size do you need?
Can you tell me the exact requirements? Exact means precise and correct. Paul, many people also ask about photos. Why are photos important?
Photos are important because they help identify you. Many embassies have strict photo rules.
Yes, you may need a white background, a neutral face, and a certain size.
Neutral face means no big smile and no strong expression, just normal. And always check the size rules on the official website.
Another big area is money and financial proof.
Yes, the officer wants to know you can pay for your trip.
A simple sentence is, I can cover my travel costs.
Cover means pay for.
Common proof is a bank statement.
A bank statement shows your balance and your recent transactions.
Balance means how much money you have.
Transactions means money in and out, like income and spending.
Keep it simple. Provide clear papers and do not hide information.
If someone else pays for you, you may need sponsorship documents.
Sponsor means a person who supports you financially.
You can say, my father will sponsor my trip.
Or, my employer will sponsor my business trip.
If you have a sponsor, be ready to explain the relationship and show proof.
Now, let's talk about accommodation.
Accommodation means where you will stay, like a hotel, an apartment, or a family home.
If you stay at a hotel, you can show bookings or a simple plan.
If you stay with family or friends, you may need an invitation letter.
A good invitation letter usually includes the host's name, address, phone number, and your relationship.
Host means the person you will stay with.
And it should include a short sentence like, I invite Emily to stay at my home from June 1st to June 10th. Some visa centers collect biometrics.
Yes, biometrics can include fingerprints and a digital photo.
If you are worried, remember it is usually quick.
You can ask, where do I go for biometrics?
Or, do I need to remove my glasses for the photo?
Great practical questions.
Now let's talk about organization.
Organization can reduce stress and reduce mistakes.
You can put your documents in this order: passport, appointment letter, form, photos, then supporting documents.
And you can use separators like small tabs to find papers quickly.
Many listeners worry about the interview. Let's add more practice.
Yes, the best preparation is to practice your key answers, not a long speech.
Key answers are your purpose, your plan, your money, and your reason to return.
Let's do another role play, but this time with a few harder questions.
Okay, I am ready.
Good. Good afternoon. Why did you choose this country?
Good afternoon. I chose this country because I want to visit famous places and experience the culture.
Culture means the way people live, their traditions, and their daily life.
Yes, I also chose it because the flight is direct and the travel plan is simple.
How will you spend your time there?
I will visit museums and parks, and I will do sightseeing in the city.
Sightseeing means visiting places to see and enjoy.
Yes, I will also try local food and take photos.
Do you have relatives there?
Yes, I have an aunt, but I will stay in a hotel and visit her for one day.
Why will you return home after your trip?
I will return because I have my job and my family responsibilities. I also have a planned schedule at home.
Schedule means your work or study plan.
Great! That interview practice is clear.
Yes, notice you answered directly and you did not add unnecessary details.
Unnecessary means not needed.
Now, what should you do after you submit the application?
First, keep your receipt and tracking number if you receive one.
Tracking number helps you check the status online.
Second, check your email regularly for updates.
Third, be patient. Some applications take weeks and some take longer.
If they ask for additional documents, send them quickly and clearly.
And always keep copies of everything you submit.
Copies means extra copies, like scans or photos. Now let's teach a few simple sentences for checking status.
I would like to check the status of my application.
My tracking number is...
Could you tell me if my passport is ready for collection?
Collection means picking it up.
Great.
Some people ask, what if my visa is refused?
First, stay calm. Refusal can happen for different reasons.
You can request the reason in writing if it is available.
Reason means the cause.
Then you can improve your documents and apply again if allowed.
Apply again means reapply.
And remember, never change your story to something fake.
Improve your proof, improve clarity, and keep honesty.
Let's finish this extra section with one strong reminder.
Okay?
Keep it simple, keep it true, and keep it organized.
Perfect. Those 3 points can help most applicants.
Thank you, Paul. This was a very practical topic.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you to everyone for listening to English Learning Voice.
Remember, a strong visa application is simple, clear, honest, and well organized.
Practice a few key sentences, prepare your documents, and check official instructions early.
See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.